Deven Thompkins, a great wide receiver at Utah State University, and he joins us now here on the Full Court Press. Deven, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Deven, first of all, congratulations on a tremendous season for you and for the team overall. I mean, you set 3 school records this year. There have been some great wide receivers over Utah State's football history, but how does that make you feel to know that you're there? You're number one in several categories, not just one, but a couple different categories in Utah State history now.
I mean, honestly, it's a blessing, making history was just something I always wanted to do, like with the game of football, I always wanted to be one of the greatest to ever play the game, and it actually feels good, I feel like I kind of achieved, that goal in a certain way here at Utah State. So, I'm thankful for it.
Deven, before the coaching change happened a year ago, we already knew that you were a good wide receiver. You were fast. You had a lot of abilities for Utah State, but you put yourself in the transfer portal. There was some uncertainty with the coaching staff and what things were going to look like. Ultimately, you decided to stick around. But at what point did you know that it was the right decision to stay at Utah State?
Well, whenever Coach Anderson, he called me and he told me the things he wanted to do and how he wanted to change the program and turn it around. And, I could just hear the generosity in his voice, really, him and Coach Cephalo. And, I knew he really just sounded like a man of his word, and sure enough, a year later, we had one of the greatest seasons ever. So, it really just was, when Coach Anderson just reached out and talked to me for real.
And then how did that develop over the course of in the spring and then stuff in the summertime? And then as the team started to come together in the fall, what was your perspective on how this team came together and defied a lot of the preseason expectations that other people put on this team?
Yeah, no, we just really bought in, in the spring. Coach Anderson came in, he brought in, Coach Jackson, the strength coach, and then Coach Tucker and everybody with the offense. And, we just all really embraced what he brought to the team, and you could see the difference in us, from winter workouts, and then when we started spring football, and then to the end of spring football, we just felt completely different. And then we got into the summer, and then we got into fall camp, and you could just see all that hard work from the spring and the winter, just all come together. And that's why we were able to perform the way we did. We trusted our training and just really took it serious this year and really bought in.
Deven, what's your relationship like with Kyle Cephalo?
I love Coach Cephalo, man. He's really helped me, as a player and just being a student of the game. And he also gave me a lot of confidence this year, within myself. I got something that was big for me is just the ability for a coach to really believe in you and trust you a lot, and the more he trusted me, the more I trusted him, and our relationship just continued to build and build, and it ended up being a really, really beautiful relationship.
This was a really special year, not just for you, but some of your teammates. I can't think of a time, and I don't know if it ever has happened in USU history, where 3 different wide receivers caught 10 or more touchdowns on the year. What was that like with the other wide receivers that you got to compete with and be on the field with?
It is amazing. When I heard that stat too a couple weeks ago, I was just like, wow, it just shows how productive we can be in that room. And that's one thing Coach Steph always preaches, that we would be the best group on the field at all times. During practice and during games, we always wanted to be the best group on the field. Even in the workouts, we always worked hard, and we knew what time it was for us. We knew what we wanted to do. So, and Coach Cephalo, he fired us up all the time. He got a lot of energy. He's really positive too. So it's great to have a coach like that, and then in a room with such great guys. Everybody has their own personalities, but we have it's fun. We all love each other in that room. So it just goes to show our chemistry and what we have with each other.
Is there a play or even a game that stands out to you that is above others that you experienced this past season?
I'd say that Mountain West Championship game, just overall in general, just the way we came out, we just dominated the whole game, and everybody, on the sidelines, the energy on the sidelines, it wasn't like at any time we felt like nervous or felt like we weren't going to be able to win. It was the whole time we all knew that we were going to be able to do this and win this game. So that was honestly the best feeling I've ever felt ever, being in the football.
I've got to be honest. You've You've had some tremendous catches, athletic, acrobatic catches. You've had some great runs after the catch. But probably one of my favorite plays was one that you didn't even touch the ball. It was in the championship game. They line up. You see how the defense bites on you, and you put your hands in the air like you already know it's going to be a touchdown, and you pulled one over on San Diego State. What was going on that play?
I just saw the way that the coverage of the defense, and I saw the play call, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be a touchdown. I told the defense after I was before the play, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a touchdown right here. And as soon as it snapped, I just hopped off the line a little bit. They, just kind of grabbed the attention of the guy that was over top of me, and then threw my hands up because I know Brandon Bowling, he's good for catching a lot of balls. So I knew it was honestly gonna be a touchdown.
So you were talking some smack before the play even was snapped.
Oh yeah, definitely, always.
I love that. What was your relationship like with Logan Bonner as a new guy shows up on the scene? He was recovering from an injury. You didn't really get to do much with him in the springtime. But what was that like, developing that relationship with him as a quarterback?
It was real good. He was right next to me in the locker room. We were locker mates. But we always talk ball, and I love the fact that he's a competitor. He always, we always worked on fixing things that we needed to fix, and we always communicated really good on the sidelines and in practice too. So it was just really great to have him. And him to be able to understand me, and me to be able to understand him, and him trust me to throw me those balls. Some of the balls he probably could have got in trouble for me in the film room, but he trusted me enough to throw me those balls. So I think we built up a lot of trust over the time, especially in practice. And like you said, not being able to play in the spring, or not having him in the spring because he was hurt, and that in the summer, we threw all the time, and in fall camp, we really worked on our chemistry a lot. So this was the outcome of it, and that's how hard we really worked together.
Again, we're talking to Deven Thompkins, the standout wide receiver for Utah State University, and announced that you're pursuing an opportunity to go to the NFL. What's that process been like for you? Do you have an agent already? What's the next steps for you?
Just really getting ready for pro day. Hopefully I get a combine invite, but right now I'm getting ready for pro day. But I just went to the CGS bowl. It's a showcasing event, for college athletes that are going to getting ready to go to the NFL. And I just did that. I did pretty good up there, and I'm excited for this journey. I'm just training. I'm back at home in Florida and with my family, and just I'm really ready for the next stage in my life and this next step.
What was this last year like for your young family with everything you went through? Because one of the things that we heard that one of the reasons you had contemplated going in the transfer portal and leaving to go somewhere else was because of your own young family.
Yeah, it's been a journey for us. There's been ups and downs, but overall, it's made me. I found a lot of peace in it, and I just really want to give my kids the world, more than anything. I want to give them everything that I never had as a kid growing up. So that's just been my real big focus and motivation.
When you look at opportunities to prepare yourself to go to the NFL, who are you talking to on things that you need to do or work on to prepare yourself to be a legitimate NFL player?
I have a good team around me. I have a good age. I have good agents, around me, and I have great family members around me as well. And they tell me the things that that scouts are looking for, and just really what to understand, preparing for this next level and being a professional athlete. It's a lot different than being a college athlete, but I'm starting to get the hang of things. I'm starting to really understand what's really going on here, and like I said, I have a great team around me, a great family around me, and I understand that's what you need in order to be successful in life.
Certainly, one of the questions that has to come up frequently if people talk to you about the NFL is, well, you're just not tall enough. But we see guys that are in the NFL that are undersized that can still succeed. So what's your comeback to that?
I feel like for me, it's, the proof's in the pudding. Like, you turn on the tape and, you can see me jumping over top of 6-foot DBs and all those type of things. And, I just never really listened to the whole undersized thing. I never really let it play a factor for me because for me, I feel like I'm a lot bigger than what I actually am. So I continue to carry that attitude, So I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me. And going into the NFL is to really carry the same attitude that I've always had.
Well, one thing is for certain, you had one of the biggest catch radiuses of anybody that I saw this year. You would go up and get anything in your direction. So you definitely proved that you can go up and get anything and fight with any corners or safeties that may be out there. Have you had thoughts about playing a larger role maybe in the kick return or punt return game?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know for a guy like me, that's more undersized, that's like definitely like a number one thing they want to see. So I'm prepared for that. I've had a couple kick returns and punt returns in my college career, so I'm really, I've just been waiting for my opportunity to get back there and actually fully showcase all that I really have.
And then you said you're preparing for the pro day for Utah State, hopefully getting an invite to the combine. But when is that pro day? What's kind of your schedule like now until then?
Really just training every single day. Really training, getting my body back right. Just doing the things that I need to do in order for me to be in the best shape possible and be able to perform the best at pro day.
Actually, I lied. I do have one more question, and it was you kind of hinted at this earlier, but I wanted to circle back on that. Which was the bigger game for you and for the team, the conference championship game or the bowl game where you got to go to that beautiful SoFi Stadium and beat another Power 5 school?
Yeah, I mean they both were really really important, but I think the biggest one was for the team was the conference championship. Just because of where we came from last year, and then not actually ever. It's been a long time since Utah State won a conference championship, so that was really a big accomplishment for us, because that's the goal that every team starts with at the beginning of the year. Start at week, you start in fall camp, and you just everybody wants that championship at the end of the year. Everybody's going for the same goal, and for us, come out on top and after we lost a couple, we lost 2 Mountain West Conference games, so for us to still be able to come out on top and do this, that was really really special for us.
Well, Deven, we wish you all the best of luck. Certainly can't say enough positive things about the impact that you had at Utah State with that football season and what you've done with your family as well. It's been awesome, and best of luck moving forward. And we'll see how things go at Pro Day, and hopefully you get that combine invite.
Yes, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
All right, thank you, Deven Thompkins, great wide receiver at Utah State. 3 records at USU with receptions, total yards, and 5 games with at least 170 yards receiving. Just an outstanding career, certainly capped off with a tremendous season this last year for USU on the way to the conference championship and the bowl victory.